Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Make It Over Monday. Today, we are going to go over how to make your own doll wigs without really any super special supplies. So, first and foremost, we have got the hair from one of our made to move donor bodies. You can use any Barbie that's got poly hair for this method. And we take that hair off in sections and then put it between some parchment paper and use a straightener to melt the ends together. You'll notice this one is a lot prettier to look at. It is my first test strand that I was trying to make it super nice. I'm going to trim these ends as we go. But that is where we're getting our hair from. Now remember, you're going to lose probably an inch off of the hair that you are using when you melt it, which for me is not a huge issue. I feel like very few people actually have doll length hair, but hair play dolls are going to give you a lot longer hair if you want to make long wigs like this method. And then I'm going to use these wig caps. These are designed for BJDs or ball jointed dolls to secure like fabric wigs to their plastic heads. But I'm going to use this method to kind of create our own fixed wigs onto these caps. This is a 1/12 size, not actually a 1/6, because again, BJDs have a little bit bigger of heads. But as you can see, we can kind of get this method on there pretty easily, right around our hairline. And so what we're going to want to do, and remember, this is all going to be for fixed styles. So if you want to do something in a specific style, you're going to have to make the wig in that style. For this one, I'm just going to replicate kind of like down hair that has some bangs, because I feel like it's going to be easier. So we are going to, actually I'm going to take this off first so I don't get super glue on it. So I'm going to use our Fix It All adhesive. This is vinyl because it's going to go on this vinyl top. Now, if you're worried about the head that you're going to put this on, I would recommend putting some like plastic wrap underneath. This is just an old Superstar head that I'm using for kind of my crafting purposes. But we're going to go through and kind of figure out which wefts we want to use. So like we want enough hair to kind of be thick while also just kind of being able to be layered. Now I took the entirety of her hair off. I don't know if we're going to actually use all of these wefts, but from her hair on her head, I was able to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wefts. So that's about how much you would really get from a standard Barbie. Again, if you use a larger donor head, like a Rainbow High head, you are going to have a lot more hair to work with. So I think I'm going to take this one, and we're going to do the back first. And notice I'm going to trim it down just a little bit like that. And I'm going to just kind of use her body as a support. And we're going to lay it kind of right there along the back. Again, we can overlap. We can do all kinds of things. But what we want to do, really, is we want to, if I could get the top to my super glue off, that'd be great. I may have super glued my top shut at one point or another, I guess. Let's see, where is my little forceps things? Here we go. All right. Now we've got it, okay. So what we want to do is just put a little bit on there, just like that. You can use a spreader to kind of spread it around. It is going to dry pretty quickly. So what we want to do is get it on there and be able to kind of tap it into place with our glue. And again, we can go over. Actually, I'm going to do just a little bit on the actual spackle knife that I have. And we're just going to kind of seal that on there as much as we can. Just like that. And then what we want to do is just try to avoid getting glue in the hair, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. These, that's actually two. These wig caps cost me like 50 cents. So it is not the end of the world if I waste one. I bought like a dozen of them just for this experiment. But we're going to kind of just keep going around. So that's what we're going to do, really. Is just... This would probably be easier with like a glue stick if you were going to do this method. But again, we're just going to try to get hair on there because we can. Again, just trimming kind of as we go. And again, because we're going to wear this hair down, these kind of back layers are just kind of going to be there. So what we want to do is just kind of make sure that we get them on. So like, this is what we're at already. And this is just kind of me doing it messy. This is the first time I'm attempting this method as live on camera, because I wanted it to kind of be an honest reaction as to how easy or hard this is going to be for you guys. But we will attempt to do all of this. Pretty easily. Okay. And that. there. Okay. And this is what we're just trying to do, is just try to tamp it on just a little bit. If you think you're getting low on hair, you know, just kind of be wary of that. Trying to keep everything down. I should have brought my hairdryer to kind of make these layers a little bit tackier in between, but for now it is fine. Maybe I should use the regular super glue next time around instead of the gel. Well, she's getting there, kind of, sort of. Let's see if I can get this tapped down just a little bit more. Okay. Kinda, sorta, maybe. Oh, shit. Okay. This might be easier to do with the head just kind of off, but I mean, the method is kind of proven at this point. Like, we're getting there, kind of, sort of. So, all right, let me try with our regular super glue instead. I wanted to use the vinyl glue because I think it would be more like ready adhesive, but I want this more controlled dispense. So I'm just gonna, this is actually pretty short already. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna just pop it right on there, maybe, possibly. Okay, maybe not. Don't know how my fingers got that much stickier when okay. All right. So after securing the bangs, we are going to go in and try to secure them down a little bit more, to kind of blend them in to the rest of the hair. Now again, this is all just a DIY with supplies, so just kind of go at your own speed. There's no real, like, you know, it's got to be perfect. It's our first try is what we're going for right now. I'm gonna use our regular super glue and just kind of push it down. Hold it on there if we can. Just like that. And we're gonna try to go through on our other side now and do the same kind of thing. again, we want to utilize our wefts that we made in the best possible orientation. Just kind of like that. We want to make a thatch, essentially. Now we have 3 wefts left. So I'm thinking that we'll just do 2 on top. And to make the hairline, we're gonna kind of fold it under like this, in case you guys can't see. Maybe I should have used hair with better contrast. But so we're gonna fold it under to give the appearance that the hair is parted. Or we're gonna try to. Gonna really use some super glue, and we're gonna put it like we're gonna face it that way. Then from there, we're gonna move it over this way. And we'll do the same thing with our other weft over here. And we'll go through and fix this here at the end. But like what we want to be doing really is we want to pull it off to the side, and I'll show you guys how to do that with like a pipe cleaner. When it's done, and then we'll use a steamer to set the part once everything is all dry. But we want to make sure we don't accidentally pull it up too much. Okay. It's a night I can do it with a broken heart. Okay. Then again, what we want to do is go in there, just like we're gonna put it down like this. And if you find your wefts are too long, or you don't like the way they're laying, you can always just trim them. But like, as you can see, the glue pulled off some of the weaker sections as I was doing these. But we will kind of be getting our perfect part here in just a bit. And as you can see on the top of that, it doesn't really look like anything is done up in there. And then I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and just kind of secure it down if we can. I'm going to have to maybe do this off camera real quick. Because my fingers are a little sticky. And so what we want to do is just try to secure that like that. And then I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like. Okay. All right, we have dried her. We have steamed her part, and it stays down pretty well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut her bangs so we can see her face again. Well, actually, we don't even have to. We can literally just brush them to the side, actually. Now, with these, because they are glued, they are going to be a little bit more, we are going to have to be a little bit more gentle on them. But as you can see, it does still kind of brush through. You can very much see the layers that we have in her hair, but like, this is a doll wig. Like, we accomplished our task. Like, you can't really, you can see the wefts a little bit on the front of her hair, if you see right there. But like, yeah, it comes off, and we could style it. We could cut it a little bit shorter at this point if we wanted to. We could leave the layers as they are. But overall, this is a doll wig. So we've kind of accomplished our task. I'm kind of tempted to put smaller wefts next time, I think. If I do this again, I think I'm gonna do it again. See if I can get this down to like more of an art. But she's cute. All right. So now we've got a wig to use on some of our other dolls that we took the hair off of. Now, you do have to be careful removing the wig and putting it onto another doll. With this method, I'd really almost recommend doing it on top of the doll that you actually want the wig to stay on, because I think some of our glue may have leaked onto the head. But like, she looks cute. Like, she's there. This part could use a little bit more steam to hit it down. But like, if I threw this bitch in a ponytail, like, you'd be like, wow, I mean, someone rooted her like shit. But, you know, this is also my first attempt at making a doll wig, and it's recycling materials that I already had on hand, aka this girl's head. So this is my process as to how I do it. Again, next time I'd probably use wefts that were like the width of my thumb all the way around. I feel like that would be a lot easier, and I would stick with just the super glue, because using this got way too tacky. But like, it worked. So I guess mission accomplished. The thing I do want to figure out is whether or not I can kind of immediately put this onto another head that still has face paint. So let me grab one. I have this really pretty Barbie face right here that we are going to try to put on our wig on. This is one of the ones that I would probably just like not repaint, but okay. So we've got our wig off right here, as we can see. And yeah, we can put it right back on her. Bada bing, bada boom. So, mission accomplished at making our own Barbie wig. So, this is an option to rerooting. Rerooting is, of course, the more permanent method. This is going to be more of your, I wouldn't say beginner method, but more like friendly method, because rerooting is a long, arduous process, in my opinion. But like, yeah, we just put that wig that we made onto this Barbie head. So overall, I don't hate this process. Like, it's not easy, but it's not like super hard. The weft making literally was super fast. Like, it takes 2 seconds on the straightener, maybe. I do it a couple of times through just to make sure it's fully melted. But yeah, I mean, this worked. So overall, I'm kind of glad. I mean, she's got a little bit of a funky hairstyle, but again, that's probably because I've made too big of wefts for her hair. But again, I could put this in a ponytail and it would look pretty cute. And we have a brunette option for Barbie, which regular face Barbie does not usually get a ton of brunette options. So yeah, overall, that is our first Barbie wig that we have made together here on the channel. So check it out again next Monday. I'm going to do it with a different color hair, I think, to do, maybe I'll do red next week, because I've got a bunch of the Kira skin tone curvy dolls. But this is a really fun way to do some additional hair for your dolls. Like, yeah, her layers are crazy right now, but we could say she's grown out a wolf cut. So again, your results are going to vary based on what donor head you use. If you use one that's got really long hair, you're going to be able to do a lot more styles with it. If you're using one that's got shorter hair, like this one only had really like shoulder length hair, and it's kind of stayed that way. Or not shoulder length, but like, well, I guess shoulder length for Barbie, but like, she's cute. So that is my thoughts on this process. I'm glad I finally got around to doing it. I've been talking about doing it for a while. I had the supplies kind of sitting here, and I was like, well, I'm gonna do it eventually. So yes, so she's very cute. We can, of course, kind of set her style however we want. We could do like pigtails or something like that to really kind of like set it on there if we wanted to do that. But even just kind of doing that has kind of changed the style up a little bit. So again, this is for poly hair. If you're trying to do this with saran, it doesn't melt as easily, so you're not going to get those handmade wefts. But they do sell pre-made wefts online. You just have to find it in the color that you want, and then kind of follow the same kind of plan. This is just if you're recycling a doll head. So if you guys have any questions on this process, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. And as always, follow along for some more Make It Over Mondays. All right, y'all. Be good. Bye.